Hey, so if you're in the Orange Park area and trying to find the right dog trainer, you are absolutely in the right place. We're going to go through everything you need to know so you can feel really good about the choice you make for you and your best friend.
Because, that's what it's all about, right? Being able to actually enjoy life here, whether it's a nice, calm walk around Town Hall Park or even braving a trip to the mall with your dog. The goal is to have a happy, well-behaved buddy by your side.
So here's our game plan. We'll look at what makes training here in Orange Park unique, what training philosophy you should be looking for, what kind of programs are out there and what they cost, the exact questions to ask a trainer, and then we'll wrap up with some local rules and resources.
Okay, let's get into it. First up, training right here in Orange Park. Because setting your dog up for success means understanding our local community. You know, a good trainer around here gets these things. They know what it's like teaching a dog to handle the traffic on Blanding Boulevard, or how to stay cool during one of our classic Florida afternoon thunderstorms that just pops up. It's also about walking nicely through the neighborhood, ignoring those super tempting squirrels, and, yep, this is a real one, being totally unfazed by golf carts. All right, now for what might be the most important part, the trainer's philosophy. This is the foundation for, well, everything. The method that you're going to want to hear about is positive reinforcement. It's actually really simple. It just means you reward the behavior you want to see more of with a treat, with praise, whatever your dog loves. It's not just about teaching commands. It's about building this amazing bond of trust and making training fun for both of you. And that leads to a really critical point. If you talk to a trainer and they start mentioning things like fear, pain, or intimidation, that is a huge red flag. Honestly, just walk away. Those old school methods can actually make behavior problems worse and completely break the trust your dog has in you. So how do you know if a trainer is up to date? Well, looking for credentials is a great start. Don't worry about memorizing all these letters, but just know that seeing something like CPDTKA means they have a solid, certified foundation in training. If you're dealing with something more serious, like major anxiety or aggression, then those other credentials, like IAABC-CDBC or CBCCKA, show they have a much deeper, specialized expertise.
Okay, with philosophy covered, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. What kinds of programs are out there, and what can you expect to pay right here in the Orange Park area?
Your two main options are usually group classes or private lessons. Group classes are fantastic for general manners and for learning to listen around other dogs. But if you have a really specific issue you want to work on or a tricky schedule, private lessons give you that one-on-one, customized plan.
There are a couple of other formats too. In-home training is perfect for problems that happen, well, in the home. Things like jumping on guests or stealing food off the counter. And then you have board and train programs. Think of these as an immersive boot camp, where your dog lives with the trainer for intensive work.
Just to give you a quick snapshot of cost, a single one-hour private lesson around here is typically going to fall somewhere between $90 and $150. Of course, that can change depending on the trainer's experience.
And here's a broader look at the local costs. You can see a 6-week group class for puppies or basic obedience is usually in that $165 to $320 range. Packages of private lessons might cost between $400 and $850. And yeah, those intensive board and train programs are a much bigger investment, which makes sense given its 24/7 care and training.
All right, so you found a few trainers you like the sound of. It's time to call them. Knowing what to ask is going to make you feel so much more confident.
Your very first question, right out of the gate, should be about what we just talked about. Ask them straight up, what's your training philosophy? And what certifications do you have? Their answer will tell you almost everything you need to know.
After that, have this little checklist handy. You'll want to ask how they'll make a plan that's specific to your dog and your goals. Ask them how you'll know you're making progress. Get all the details on cost and cancellation policies so there are no surprises. And this is a big one for behavior issues. Ask if they're willing to work with your vet.
And finally, let's talk about being a responsible dog owner right here in town. That means knowing the rules and knowing the best spots to go.
There are really 3 main rules to keep in mind. Clay County has a leash law, so anytime you're off your property, your dog needs to be on a leash. A rabies vaccine is required by law for all dogs over 4 months old. And just be a good neighbor. Be mindful of excessive barking, which good training can definitely help with.
Now for the fun part. Once you start training, where can you practice? Well, the Orange Park Dog Park is fantastic for working on recall in a safe, fenced area. The big open spaces at McNair Park are perfect for practicing leash skills. And if you want a real-world test, Doctors Lake Park is great for working on focus with all kinds of distractions around.
It's so true. Taking the time now to find the right person isn't just about your dog, it's about creating a more peaceful life for you, too. In the end, good training just makes your world bigger. It makes everything more enjoyable, from just taking a walk down your street, to having people over for a backyard BBQ, to just relaxing at home. We wish you and your dog the very best on your training journey together.